Okay, we're on chapter 6, lesson 5, and dividing with remainders. And we're going to write our remainders as fractions next to the quotient. You have used models and fact families. You can also use place value, also known as the standard algorithm. This will probably look familiar to you and to your parents. Nolan and his family went to a water park during their vacation. Each seat on a water ride can hold 2 people. There are 39 people. How many seats will be needed? 39 divided by 2, which is the equation that they've set up here. Divide the tens. So we're going to start in the highest place value, unlike the other problems when we've done addition and subtraction. We've always started in the ones place. Division, we're going to start in the highest place value. How many groups of 2 are there in 3 tens? And since I'm using I've done a multiples of 2 chart, which is my compatible numbers, I can't go over this 3, and the 4 is already over it, so I can only make one group of 2 in 3 tens. So there is one group of 10. 2 times 1 is 2, which is equivalent to what they wrote right there. Now we're going to subtract 3 minus 2. This is the regrouping that we've done. If we've got 3 tens and we've broken it apart into 2 groups, so we've got 1, 2, 3 tens, but we've only got 2 groups to fit them into. We have to cross this one out and make it 10 ones, which is what we basically got here. 3 minus 2 is 1. 10 ones, and the 9 that we had to start with makes 19. So now we've got, and here they compared 1 is less than 2, so that means my 1 was correct. I don't need to raise that. My division was correct there. So that's all this is saying. But when we look at 19 now, we're 2 groups, and we're dividing 19 ones. And I thought just to be consistent, I'd show you the model. So I regrouped these 2 tens into there, which gave me 1 in each group. And then I regrouped this 10 into 10, but there were still 9 there. So I've got 19 ones here, which is equivalent to this right here. And if I go down my 2's, 18 is the closest without going over. 20 is too big. So I can fit 18, and that would give me 9 in each group. So 9. Here there are 19 ones. How many groups of 2 are in 19? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 groups of 2 in 19. But if you multiply, 9 times 2 is 18. And 19 minus 8 is 1. My remainder is less than the divisor, so that's okay. But I do have one person left over. So since there are 19 full seats and we've got this person that's left over, he still needs a seat on the ride in this problem, so we can't just drop him. Can't say, oh, you're not on the ride. No, there are 19 seats full and 1 additional seat for the leftover person, so 20 seats are needed. Now that's tricky because you want to say 19 remainder 1 or 19 and 1/2, but we can't leave, there's not a half a seat, and we can't leave this person behind. So 20 seats are needed. Okay, so example 2, we have 85 divided by 3. So they've set it up 85 inside the box, 3 outside. I've written my multiples of 3, or the compatible numbers for 3 over here. First question, how many groups of 3 are in 8 tens? And 1, 2 groups. If I go to 9, that's greater than 8, so we can't do that. 1, 2. So there are 2 groups of 3 in 8. Now I'm going to multiply 2 times 3. 2 times 3 is 6. That's what I got here. 6. I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 6 is 2, as it says right there. Now I'm going to bring down that 5 because I just regrouped basically 2 10s. Oops. I don't know why I'm writing another 2. So now I've got 25 1s, and I need to see how many 3s I can fit in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 27 is too big, so 8. And that is 24. 8 times 3 is 24. Now I'm going to subtract 25. Subtract 24 leaves me 1 left over. So instead of just writing remainder 1, I'm going to write 1/3, because we're awesome like that and we can do our fractions. And the 3 is there because that's what I'm dividing by. So 85 divided by 3 is 28 1/3. (85 divided by 3 is 28. And what they're showing here is if we do 28 times 3, we're going to get 84, but then we need to add back in the 1 to get our problem, which was 85. That's how we check. Multiply and then add in the remainder. And that's how that problem is done. And these look kind of scary, but they're actually helping us out, and they're kind of fun because they've already done part of our work for us. There's one group of 2 there. 1 times 2 is 2. When I subtract, I'm going to get 0 left over. They brought down the 7 for us. That was nice. How many 2's are in 7? Well, 2, 4, 6 is close. That is 3 groups. 3 times 2 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. So we could write remainder 1, but we're going to be awesome and we're going to write remainder 1/2. Now in order to check, we're going to do 13, which is my quotient there. 13, 1 10 and 3 1s. Times 2 is 26. Now I'm going to take 26 and add in my remainder of 1, and that makes 27. And that's how I know that I did the work correctly. And you can do it with this one, and you can write out your multiples of 5 if you need to, and they've given you less on this one, but you can still check your work down here. And really quickly, when you get to page 355, I'm going to give you a hint on number 12, because it can be tricky. I'm guessing some people are going to think the answer is 6. And my hint to you is the answer is not 6. It is different. If you look at all of these division equations, you'll notice that the greatest number is always first. So that's my hint to you. Aside from it's not 6, the greatest number is always the first one in the division equation. And when you get to number 15, it's a 2-step problem. First, you need to find out the total number of animals in the zoo, and then you need to figure out how many are fed by each of the 4 zookeepers. So pay attention to that 2-step problem. And when you get to number 17, you will get a remainder, but don't worry about leaving it as a fraction, because this question here, how many boxes will be left to sell, is how you interpret that remainder on that one. So you don't need to write it as a fraction over 7. And one more hint, number 18 is kind of confusing. Identify a 2-digit dividend that will result in a quotient with a remainder of 1 when the divisor is 4. So I've kind of got you started here. You have a divisor of 4. You have your division symbol. You have a 2-digit dividend on the inside. And you have to have a remainder of 1. So beyond that, you need to figure out what numbers can go here to give you that remainder and what that quotient will be. So hopefully this will help you visualize exactly what all these words are saying to help you get to an answer there.